If through the hall of wisdom thou wouldest reach the vale of bliss, disciple, close fast thy senses against the great, dire heresy of separateness that weans thee from the rest. Let not thy heaven-born merged in the sea of Maya break from the universal parent, but let the fiery power retire into the inmost chamber, the chamber of the heart and the abode of the world's mother. Then from the heart that power shall rise into the sixth, the middle region, the place between thine eyes, when it becomes the breath of the one soul, the voice which filleth all, thy master's voice. 'Tis only then thou canst become a walker of the sky, who treads the winds above the waves, whose step touches not the waters. Before thou settest thy foot upon the ladder's upper rung, the ladder of the mystic sounds, thou hast to hear the voice of thy inner God in 7 manners. The first is like the nightingale's sweet voice chanting a song of parting to its mate. The second comes as the sound of a silver cymbal of the Dhyanis, awakening the twinkling stars. The next is as the plaint melodious of the ocean's sprite imprisoned in its shell, and this is followed by the chant of Veena. The fifth, like sound of bamboo flute, shrills into thine ear. It changes next into a trumpet blast. The last vibrates like the dull rumbling of a thunder cloud. The seventh swallows all the other sounds. They die, and then are heard no more. When the 6 are slain and at the master's feet are laid, then is the pupil merged into the one, becomes the one, and lives therein. Before that path is entered, thou must destroy thy lunar body, cleanse thy mind body, and make clean thy heart. Eternal life's pure waters, clear and crystal, with the monsoon tempest's muddy torrents cannot mingle. Heaven's dewdrop glittering in the morn's first sunbeam, within the bosom of the lotus, when dropped on earth, becomes a piece of clay. Behold, the pearl is now a speck of Maya. Strive with thy thoughts unclean before they overpower thee. Use them as they will thee, for if thou sparest them, and they take root and grow, know well, these thoughts will overpower and kill thee. Beware, disciple, suffer not, e'en though it be their shadow, to approach. For it will grow, increase in size and power, and then this thing of darkness will absorb thy being before thou hast well realized the black foul monster's presence, before the mystic power can make of thee a god. Lanu, thou must have gained the faculty to slay thy lunar form at will. The self of matter and self of spirit can never meet. One of the twain must disappear. There is no place for both. Ere thy soul's mind can understand, The bud of personality must be crushed out. The worm of sense destroyed past resurrection. Thou canst not travel on the path before thou hast become that path itself. Let thy soul lend its ear to every cry of pain, like as the lotus bares its heart to drink the morning sun. Let not the fierce sun dry one tear of pain before thyself has wiped it from the sufferer's eye. But let each burning human tear drop on thy heart, and there remain, nor ever brush it off until the pain that caused it is removed. These tears, O thou of heart most merciful, these are the streams that irrigate the fields of charity immortal. 'Tis in such soil that grows the midnight blossom of Buddha, more difficult to find, more rare to view than is the flower of the Voge tree. It is the seed of freedom from rebirth. It isolates the Arhat both from strife and lust. It leads him through the fields of being unto the peace and bliss, known only in the land of silence and non-being. Kill out desire, but if thou killest it, take heed lest from the dead it should again arise. Kill love of life, but if thou slayest Tanha, let this not be for thirst of life eternal, but to replace the fleeting by the everlasting. Desire nothing, chafe not at karma, nor at nature's changeless laws, but struggle only with the personal, the transitory, the evanescent and the perishable. Help nature and work on with her, and nature will regard thee as one of her creators and make obeisance. And she will open wide before thee the portals of her secret chambers, lay bare before thy gaze the treasures hidden in the very depths of her pure virgin bosom. Unsullied by the hand of matter, she shows her treasures only to the eye of spirit, the eye which never closes, the eye for which there is no veil in all her kingdoms. Then will she show thee the means and the way, the first gate and the second, the third up to the very seventh, and then the goal, beyond which lie, bathed in the sunlight of the spirit, glories untold, unseen by any, save the eye of soul. There is but one road to the path. At its very end alone, the voice of the silence can be heard. The ladder by which the candidate ascends is formed of rungs of suffering and pain. These can be silenced only by the voice of virtue. Who then to thee, disciple, if there is one single vice thou hast not left behind? Then the ladder will give way and overthrow thee. Its foot rests in the deep mire of thy sins and failings.